Here's another question we received. Why did Jesus come? Well, here's something I've noticed. Many people believe that God forgives sin, but that one day they will stand before Him and He will wipe it all away and He will say, "Here, don't worry about it, it's gone, come on in." In some way, they see God as sweeping their sin under the carpet, pretending that it doesn't exist. Now, we don't act like this. If someone does wrong, you and I want justice. So why would we think that God, the Holy One, would sweep our wrongs, our sins under the carpet? So what most don't understand is how God forgives sins and how we receive His forgiveness. Well, you know it's Christmas. Christmas is a time for fun and for family and gifts, but sometimes you'll see a sign, maybe on the road or online, that says Jesus is the reason for the season. Christmas is the time that we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, God's Son, but the question is, why was He born? Why did He come? Well, before He was born, the angel told Joseph that He will save His people from their sins. Now remember that, because that's important. Jesus will save His people from their sins. Later on, when he was 12, Mary and Joseph find Him in the temple when He tells them, "I must be about my Father's business." That business was what the angels had said, saving His people from their sins. And when we skip on many years, Luke tells us that Jesus set His face to go to Jerusalem, because it was there He would save His people from their sins. In the garden, when the soldiers came to arrest Him, Jesus didn't run, but He stepped forward. When He stood wrongly accused before Pilate, He didn't speak, but accepted the verdict. When He hung on the cross, He didn't do anything to deserve it, but willingly took it. Why? To save His people from their sins. You see, while on the cross, Jesus, the sinless Son of God, took our sin upon Himself, and in taking our sin, He took our punishment from a holy God, what we deserve. As Paul could say, for our sake, God made Him who knew no sin to be sin for us. And when He rose, He said, "Peace be with you." So God doesn't sweep our sins under the carpet and pretend they don't exist. No, God laid our sins upon His perfect Son, punishing Him instead. God became man to save us because we couldn't save ourselves. And it's only by faith in Jesus that we can know and receive forgiveness and peace with God. This is why Jesus came. This is the gospel that we celebrate. So God bless you, and happy Christmas to you all.